Now, the question is whether you have the right Medicare plan. And we're here to help make that easier too. Walgreens can save you money and peace of mind with copays as low as $0. Visit walgreens.com/Medicare today to see how. Walgreens. We make Medicare easy. $0 copay on Tier 1 generic drugs when enrolled in a plan with Walgreens as a preferred pharmacy.
AP Radio News, brought to you by Brown Nissan of Del Rio on KWMC Classic Hits 1490 AM, Del Rio, Texas.
Brown Nissan of Del Rio, right on the price, right on the corner, located at 2300 Veterans Boulevard. If you're looking for a quality used vehicle, check out the pre-owned vehicles like a 2017 Hyundai Elantra, a 2018 GMC Denali, a 2019 Kia Optima, or a 2019 Volkswagen Jetta. Raul Rivas and his staff of sales consultants can assist you with your purchase of the vehicle you need and desire while keeping you safe with touchless transactions. You can also check out the inventory online at brownnissandelrio.com. Set up an appointment today by calling 830-775-0566. Brown Nissan of Del Rio would also like to remind everyone to please stay safe and wear your mask.
You could call them ageless attainments, but we're going to stick with
Classic Hits 1490 AM, KWMC.
At this time, Classic Hits KWMC 1490 presents The Huddle, the show where we debate local, collegiate, and professional sports. We invite you to call us at the studio at 830-775-3544 or 775-3591, or drop a comment on our live Facebook stream to express your views and opinions on our topics on The Huddle. So now, ready? Break.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a special edition of The Huddle. Special edition, why? Because we are blessed and fortunate to be with our head coach of our Del Rio football, Mighty Rams, who are ready. We got our first game, and like I said, special edition of The Huddle. First game tomorrow, our boys will be donning this great outfit. This will be full of energy. It will be full of drive. It will be full of kids, student athletes wanting to take care of business. And like I said, it's quiet now, but we need to hear them chants. We need to hear that RSVP running through our veins. So definitely, we are ready, and I am blessed to have Coach Taylor, the head coach of the Del Rio football Rams. Sir, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. It's great to be here.
Coach,
I'm really not going to touch on
I'm really not going to touch on COVID because I think everybody already knows the fantastic job that the school district, that the athletic department in general has done over these courses of months to keep kids in shape. My question is, where do you see this football team from when you first were here in our prior conversations, where you said we weren't physically where we needed to be to where we are now, a year or so?
$240 pounds. You know, our starting offensive line, almost all those guys are over 300, if not even more. Squatting, we were probably squatting around average, probably 350. Offensive line, they're going to squat over 500. You know, we've made some vast improvements when it comes to getting stronger. Aiden Warter, our starting tailback. The young man put on about 14 pounds of muscle. He was weighing maybe 131 pounds. He weighs about 155, 160 now, and he's gotten faster. I mean, we expect some big things from that young man, you know, tonight as this game gets moving forward.
Yeah.
Just to name a few.
Just to name a few. And, you know, one of the biggest things, and I know you said we have came a long way, is actually building these student athletes to what their position requires as far as strength, conditioning knowledge. How are we, is the knowledge part, do you feel that this system, now that they spend time at home and with Zoom, with a more and more interaction, with more time instead of classes back and forth and scrambling, trying to get them now with the easiness of Zoom and more now with your defensive, your assistant coaches making those reach out through Zoom meetings. Do you feel that we're more knowledgeable in now this season?
Now, I'm an old school person. I like face-to-face communication. I feel like that's one of the best ways to get it done. But in times like this that we're dealing with, you have to use the cards that you're dealt. And the adults and the young men that are on our team have taken full advantage and used the technology, to the best we can. So to answer your question, I know we're more knowledgeable in the sense we know where to go. I'll give you a prime example. In Del Rio, Texas, in the past, we'd start practice, and you might have 5 people not there and 12 people show up late. That really doesn't exist anymore. If you line up, you come out here at 4 o'clock and we're getting ready to start practice, our kids are going to be lined up at about 3:35. They're 25 minutes early, they're on time, they're going to get checked in, they know how to follow procedures. We're not hunting for them. They're not in Acuna getting the dog spaded. We don't do those kind of things anymore. They come to practice. And that's a testimony to our coaches, to the parents, the guardians. We've just made so much progress in the sense of being accountable. And accountability shows up on the scoreboard. That's probably where we made the biggest jump.
The biggest jump. During this, and like I said, we're in a great conversation here with our head coach of the Del Rio football Rams here. Remember, your first game will be this Friday, so definitely tune in, Del Rio. We'll be back after some quick commercial breaks.
The real Fortnite or Call of Duty experience? Well, Adrenaline Paintball Pro Shops and Paintball Park is now open and taking reservations for private parties, birthday parties, and tournaments. And enjoy the night with Craze UV Paintball, also offered in Jelly Ball low-impact guns. Call Robert and his staff at 432-664-1493 or stop by 68 East Las Chispas Road past Laughlin Air Force Base. So get the kids out of the house and have fun at Adrenaline Paintball Pro Shops and Paintball Park.
Looking for something different for lunch or dinner? Well, Buffalo Wings and Rings has new menu items available now, like the Korean Chicken Ringer, Drunken Tenders, Sam Adams Beer Cheese Chips, and the Drunken Chicken Ringer. Come dine in with us at 3600 Veterans Boulevard. We offer curbside and takeout by calling 830-778-1297. We are voted Best Wings, Best Margaritas, and Coldest Beer in Del Rio. Join us today at Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Puro tacuache, puro tacuache, vamos a quemar las llantas,
Don't know where to go, Go to Arkwright Welding and Truck Accessories, where they got wheel and tire packages, lift kits, performance accessories, line X.
Get that fresh cut to beat the summer heat. Come visit me at Daniel's Barbershop, Del Rio's only traditional barbershop. From razor fades, flat tops, faux hawks, or something just for you. We also offer a full line of Suavecito hair products, so don't let that Rona ruin your fresh fade. Come by today at 201 Susie Street from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, or call us at 830-313-7013. And remember, Del Rio, either wait for the best or settle for the rest.
Spectacular deals for you at Brown Nissan of Del Rio. Right on the price, right on the corner, 2300 Veterans Boulevard. Take advantage of a 2020 Nissan Altima 2.5S, or how about a 2019 Nissan Rogue SV, or how about a 2020 Nissan Titan Pro 4X, or a 2020 Nissan Sentra SV. And if you're not looking for a new car, remember they've got their used car department. Also, if you're not looking to buy a car but you like to sell your car, Brown Brown Nissan will do that too. Just give them a call at 775-0566 or visit them at 2300 Veterans Boulevard. You can also take a look at their inventory at brownnissandelrio.com. Brown Nissan of Del Rio, reminding everybody to please mask up.
United Medical Centers is proud to announce the addition of Mrs. Patricia Gomez, certified family nurse practitioner, to the United Medical Centers family of healthcare providers. She practices family medicine and is eager to serve the Del Rio community's healthcare needs. Schedule your appointment at the South Main Street office by calling 830-774-5534. Open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
The SFDR CISD is providing meals for students for this fall 2020. Breakfast and lunch is served from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the following school locations: Garfield, North Heights, Lamar, Ruben Chavita, Dr. Lonnie Green, and Calderon. You will need to provide a student ID for each student. This free meal service is for students of the SFDR CISD. For any questions, you can call 830-778-4178. And remember, together, we are better.
Your Ashley Home Store, located here in Del Rio, has a semi-annual sale with up to 25% off or 48 months special financing with your Ashley Advantage card. So this is the time for a new dining room, living room, or kitchen set. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic beds. Your Ashley Home Store, located at 504 East 10th Street, or give them a call at 830-775-1508. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Mark, obviously, I bet you looked a whole lot different. The great work to hear that all the coaches, the admin has done to put a little life into this locker room. And speaking of life, remember, your Rams we're back in action. They're going to take care of business this Friday. Coach, going back, and thank you for agreeing to this interview and being very helpful. Where do you see, one of the biggest things is offense and defense.
Right.
How do you feel we have progressed over when you started till now in the short time span that you have to actually physically, like you said, you're more of a face-to-face coach. Where do you think we stand in that?
Well, I want to praise our kids for the fact of, even though we couldn't have workouts due to the COVID situation, as a team, our young men still found ways to run, to live, to get better, to improve their bodies, to get themselves ready to go. Because my message to our football team was, this is Texas, and in Texas they play football. So please don't think for 1 minute. I never thought that we would not have football in the state of Texas or even in Del Rio. I knew it would take us doing things right. I knew it would take some extra precautions. I knew it would look different, but I never thought for 1 minute that we wouldn't play football. And we are. Now it's here. So to answer your question, due to the fact that our young men prepared when we didn't see them face to face, that sets us up to have some success moving forward when we actually play a game. I expect us to go out here and do very well. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I think there's going to be some people in our district and even maybe in our community that's going to be pleasantly surprised on where we really are.
Yes, Coach. And how was, and then my question, how was the morale? Now that the kids are fully back, grateful to God, we didn't get a spike through all these other holidays that happened. And, the kids got to don their pads. They got to don a helmet.
Yes, sir.
They got to have that, that interaction, that first hit after, me personally, after, I'm not sure, what were those first reactions after the kids were able to get a full contact?
Well, it started with the approval text. Once we knew that it was a full goal, we got the word from our superintendent that it was on, and we started texting our kids and getting the message out the way we get the messages out there, and they went crazy. Our coaches went crazy. We were so excited. We're still excited, and we thank the Lord that we have the opportunity to do this. It has never died down. That's what I'm telling you. Our kids want to practice. They want to be here. That energy is there, and like I said, it's going to show up once we actually get to kick the ball off. It hadn't. Once they said we could go, it was like you've been waiting on something forever. Now you got it. And now let's take full advantage of it. There's a lot of love on this football team. We have kids that drive, some that don't drive. In the past, Johnny may not have been able to get a ride. But now there might be 7 teammates. Hey, I need to pick you up. How are you going to get here? There's a lot of love. There's a lot of camaraderie. We have a team. We look like a team. We act like a team. That's probably one of the biggest differences.
Coach, where do you feel that you have got your most gains in the offensive side of the ball, defensive, or special teams? Where do you feel that you have a better progressed going into our first game that you can say, you know what, I feel really strong about right now this, and I'm working on this? Where do you feel?
I would say in the Department of Relationships. We've just gotten so much closer as a staff and as a football team. But specifically offense, defense, we got some defensive kids that are going to fly around that are going to make some plays. We have some offensive kids that are going to fly around and make some plays. And some of them same kids you're going to see on special teams. I don't think one side of the ball or anywhere is more dominant than the other. I feel like we're prepared, not having played a real game. Now, these people are going to play. This is their 4th game. This is our first game. But I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm not giving them a leg up because they played 3 games. I'm just saying we will totally see once we actually get to kick the ball off. But I feel all 3 of our phases of the game are ready and willing to go. And we're going to be physical. And you can mark that down. Del Rio's going to be physical.
Now, does that mean people that are going to be tuning in on not only on the radio, but streaming on our services that we're going to be streaming the game, are we going to be seeing more run football or a spread offense? I know you really can't disclose too much,
We're not a spread offense. Okay. We're not a spread. You're not going to see 4 wides. That's not who we are. We're not a spread offense. And I'll leave it at that. That's not who we are. Now, we may throw the ball deep a few times, but we're not a spread offense. We're not Mike Leach and we're going to throw it 61 times. That's not us. We're not built for that.
We're going to we're going to pound the ball through running, gain our yards through our running backs. And that leads me to my other question. Who would be our starting quarterback for our Rams this first game?
Matthew Mendez will start at quarterback. He's a junior, one of our best athletes on the team. He's a straight A student. He might make a B every once in a while, but he's super intelligent. He's totally committed to what we're doing. He's definitely an asset to our team. And we also have Victor Brandina, who is a senior that is definitely prepared. I wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't get some snaps because he's earned them, depending on the floor of the game. I don't guarantee anybody anything, but he's definitely prepared if he has to get in the game to go in there and execute the offense.
Yes, Coach, and that is one thing that we are all anxious for. And this one more of a personal question. What are your goals for this season early on? I know one set some goals that you want to accomplish. Your staff, where you want to. I'm not focusing as far as winning records where you want to accomplish as your team. What do you feel that you have you set goals as far as that?
Definitely. It's always our goal to be 100% academically successful, not lose any one of the grades. We didn't quite meet that. We were probably in like the 91, 92 percentile. Some of our kids, it hurt us because we don't get to see them every day. But some of our kids, you literally have to stand over them and, hey, Johnny, we got to do this right now. It's harder with technology. So it would have been a whole lot easier if we could get to them. But so we're still reputable or respectable, very respectable in what we accomplished, but we didn't meet that 100% of what I wanted. So it's always academics first. Then the next thing is that we have met is what kind of people are we developing? Our young men, if you run into a Del Rio football player from 7th grade all the way up to 12th. He's going to know how to treat a woman. He's going to know how to talk to you. He's going to be respectful. He's not going to steal. We totally accomplished that. You hardly ever see one of our players in the paper for something negative. We don't do that. Around here, we just don't function like that. So we definitely have met that goal. Our next goal, our administration, they talked to us about wins and losses, and they realized it's a different year. We didn't get to do strength and conditioning. There's a lot of factors, but we still are going to do our best to win.
There you go.
You know, that's ultimately, we want to win. Like I started with the academics, I started with them as people, but the third phase of that, hell, that scoreboard matters. This is Texas, you know. So we still are going to do our best to win. I mean, we want to win in that department. We really do. And our ultimate goal every year is to win the district championship, because that sets you up in the first round of playoffs to play an opponent that's going to be probably the 4th seed from another district, which ultimately gives you a better chance to get to the second round.
Yes, Coach. And in the conversation you spoke, you said here that this time helped you guys grow as a family.
Right.
And, you know, we're really big, you know, obviously, as long as I wake up, this is what everybody always tells me. When I answer the phone, they're like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm living the dream. They're like, why? I'm like, because I just want to wake up every day.
Right.
Good or bad, we make it happen.
Right.
And second is family. Do you believe because of this COVID, you know, yes, obviously, you know, there's that bad side of COVID, but there has been good things with COVID, you know, one being it made families become closer.
Right.
It let parents spend more time with their kids outside.
Right.
You know, because their parents were at home now. You know,
Right.
like myself, I'm glad this whole COVID made me spend a little bit more time with my kids. And that goes to you. My question is, do you think this COVID helped you guys build as a family, like how you said, it was a benefit for you guys?
That's a tough question, in the fact, I'm not happy that COVID's here like the rest of us. But COVID is a circumstance that we couldn't control. And so we had to realize it's here, deal with it. And because of the sacrifices that COVID makes you endure, it forces you to be closer. And I think that's what happened to us. Because of the COVID circumstance we were in, it made us become closer, just pure circumstance. And then I just think we grew so much mentally when it comes to right from wrong, totally being committed to things, you know, why I can't do this, or planning for the future. You know, the mentality was somewhat of, August is going to come, we're going to show up, and we're going to have a football team. That's not reality. Just like a farmer, you got to plow the field, you have to fertilize, you got to plow it again, you're going to re-fertilize, then you might plant some seed, then you're going to have to water it, then you're going to have to get the weeds out. We started to understand as a program that it takes all those steps to get to where we want to be. It's not like instant coffee and you just heat the water and put it in there. You know, so because of COVID, it made us slow down and really, really pay attention to what was important, you know, and probably made us care about each other a lot more, because there was some tragedies that happened right here in our community. And we saw that as a reality, and we didn't sweep it underneath the rug. You know, with our kids, we treat them as men. Look, this is the reality, this is what's happening in our community, and we got to be ready to willing to address this and deal with it. And we're not afraid, we're not going to back down from it, but all of this just forced us to really just change our perspective on what's really important.
Yes, Coach, and you when you look at whenever, I mean, and talking NFL, when you have a big example, when Brady going to the Bucs, you have the acclimation period where he needs to get adjusted to the offensive line, a whole new system, and I believe that with this whole COVID, you spoke about the growth in family. Now, I think everybody kind of got that experience in syncing together. You guys are one united team a little bit more than you guys have. Why? Because of this time we all spent together, so many hours in Zoom with your assistant coaches, all those extra efforts there, Coach. So, you know, to me, whenever you spoke about family and how you guys grew, I think the team here, what we're going to be seeing on Friday is going to be nothing but exceptional. What would you like to say out there to the people of Del Rio as we end this conversation, Coach? What are they going to be seeing on Friday?
First of all, I'd like to say that I'm blessed to be here, and I know that. This community is great, and I don't think sometimes we totally realize how great it really is or what we can be. I think sometimes we think we're a small town and this and this and that, but in my mind, I don't see it like that. I grew up in a town of 2,000 people. That's a small town. I graduated with like 38 people. That's small. This is not a small town. And I believe right here in Del Rio, we can do some big things. You know, if we all work together and continue to get the support and the backing like we get, I mean, our administration, when we need something, we get it. You know, we really do. Like charter buses, for example. People worried about, well, if people made it where, we don't have to worry about that. We got 3 charter buses. We can all fit. We can all be safe. I mean, I'm just putting that out there just to let you know the support is there.
The support is there.
Now we got to work on the mentality of realizing we don't have to think small. We can actually do some big things. And even some of our smaller kids, they don't think they're small, not anymore. We got kids that are 5'5" to weigh 150, and they think they're 6'5", 250. And that's the way they're playing. You know, it's just we've done a great job of changing the mentality. And all I'm asking you to do is come out and support us. Come out and support us and trust in the fact that the product we're going to put out there, it might just surprise you. I'm putting it just like that.
It might surprise you. What do you think, Coach? You think it's time to take care of business out there in the field?
If they ain't show ready, let's do it.
These helmets are too shiny for my taste. They need to get some grass. They need to get some hits.
Yes, sir.
They need to earn the little badges that you guys put in here. Del Rio, join us Friday. You guys heard it from the myth, the man, the legend, who definitely made our football team grow. This locker room's about to get full with student athletes, specifically your Del Rio Rams. You guys have a great evening.
Looking to give your kids the real Fortnite or Call of Duty experience? Well, Adrenaline Paintball Pro Shops and Paintball Park is now open and taking reservations for private parties, birthday parties, and tournaments. And enjoy the night with Craze UV Paintball, also offered in Jelly Ball low-impact guns. Call Robert and his staff at 432-664-1493 or stop by 68 East Las Chispas Road past Laughlin Air Force Base. So get the kids out of the house and have fun at Adrenaline Paintball Pro Shops and Paintball Park.
Looking for something different for lunch or dinner? Well, Buffalo Wings and Rings has new menu items available now, like the Korean Chicken Ringer, Drunken Tenders, Sam Adams Beer Cheese Chips, and the Drunken Chicken Ringer. Come dine in with us at 3600 Veterans Boulevard. We offer curbside and takeout by calling 830-778-1297. We are voted Best Wings, Best Margaritas, and Coldest Beer in Del Rio. Join us today at Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Puro tacuache, cuh. Puro tacuache, cuh. Vamos a quemar las llantas, cuh.
Don't know where to go, cuh? Go to Arkwright Welding and Truck Accessories, where they got wheel and tire packages, lift kits, performance accessories, Linex certified installers, also custom grill guards. Hit them up at Highway 90 West in Del Rio or give them a call at 830-774-6058 with 3 major ways to purchase with no interest until 4 months. That's 4 months, 0 interest on all purchases. So get those tires burnings, cuh, and go to Arkwright Welding and Truck Accessories.
If your refrigerator, washer, or dryer are not working right, Big Dave's Repair. Now open with repair service on ice makers, washers, dryers, microwaves, water heater, range oven, and many other appliances. Give Big Dave's Repair a call. 830-719-2234. 4214 Veterans Boulevard, just before the Y. Authorized dealers of many brand appliances. There's only one name to remember, Del Rio, Big Dave's Repair, for all your appliance repair needs.
Get that fresh cut to beat the summer heat. Come visit me at Daniel's Barbershop, Del Rio's only traditional barbershop. From razor fades, flat tops, faux hawks, or something just for you. We also offer a full line of Suavecito hair products, so don't let that Rona ruin your fresh fade. Come by today at 201 Susie Street from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday, or call us at 830-313-7013. And remember, Del Rio, either wait for the best or settle for the rest.
Spectacular deals for you at Brown Nissan of Del Rio. Right on the price, right on the corner, 2300 Veterans Boulevard. Take advantage of a 2020 Nissan Altima 2.5S, or how about a 2019 Nissan Rogue SV, or how about a 2020 Nissan Titan Pro 4X, or a 2020 Nissan Sentra SV. And if you're not looking for a new car, remember they've got their used car department. Also, if you're not looking to buy a car but you'd like to sell your car, Brown Nissan will do that too. Just give them a call at 775-0566 or visit them at 2300 Veterans Boulevard. You can also take a look at their inventory at brownnissandelrio.com. Brown Nissan of Del Rio, reminding everybody to please mask up.
United Medical Centers is proud to announce the addition of Mrs. Patricia Gomez, certified family nurse practitioner, to the United Medical Centers family of healthcare providers. She practices family medicine and is eager to serve the Del Rio community's healthcare needs. Schedule your appointment at the South Main Street office by calling 830-774-5534. Open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
The SFDR CISD is providing meals for students for this fall 2020. Breakfast and lunch is served from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the following school locations: Garfield, North Heights, Lamar, Ruben Chavira, Dr. Lonnie Green, and Calderon. You will need to provide a student ID for each student. This free meal service is for students of the SFDR CISD. For any questions, you can call 830-778-4178. And remember, together, we are better.
Your Ashley Home Store, located here in Del Rio, has a semi-annual sale with up to 25% off or 48 months special financing with your Ashley Advantage card. So this is the time for a new dining room, living room, or kitchen set. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic beds. Your Ashley Home Store, located at 504 East 10th Street, or give them a call at 830-775-1508. Ashley Home Store. This is home. Híjole, now through the magic wonder of technology, we are what? Back at the studio, guys. And I'd like to thank Coach Taylor for giving me the time to be out there and giving us that great information of Ram football here. Remember, catch it live here on 1490 tomorrow, starting with the little pregame that we're going to be having at 7 a little earlier. So definitely tune in to us on Facebook, tune in to us on YouTube. Just search up the station, KWMC 1490. You'll find it there. Para los que no quieren tener cuenta, for the ones that you guys don't want to have a Facebook account and just want to go straight YouTube, that's where there. They even got me, what do you think, guys? We finally got ourselves a little memorabilia to start the collection. I'd like to thank the athletic department for hooking us up with this helmet. What do you think, Daniel?
There you go. Looks good.
Is it beginning to something now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we know what we're missing?
What's that?
Martin to come through.
With the Cubs jersey.
With the Cubs jersey. ¿Qué pasó, Martin? I know he was out of town. We'll add it here for memorabilia purposes. All right. And with us, also, one of our members of Ram Football, our crew out there that will be, well, George will be here for our home games, not our away games, but George Torres, welcome to the huddle. This is your first time here, no, George?
It is the first time. Thank you for having me here today.
Yes, George. And really quick, just let people of Del Rio, how the great background you have of the sports and how much you follow it. Because there's some days that I call you and you know a little bit more than I do. A lo mejor, maybe, just maybe, you'll beat the IQ of the man. Maybe. Just maybe.
I know Danny since probably school. Danny knows who I am.
Yeah.
I was back in 7th grade. I started as a manager.
Mm-hmm.
Went all the way to high school. I was manager for football, basketball, and track.
Mm-hmm.
So sports has always been with me. And my dad too, San Felipe High School.
Yeah, and I said, I'm blessed to have, not one person or not one business is not that great without the people that work or are supported. And like I said, would not get where I'm at if it wasn't for about a year, a year and 2 months, 3 months.
What's that?
A year when we started the huddle, Daniel.
Yeah.
What was that? About a year and
last year, right before the football.
Yeah,
season.
right before the football season. So, like I said,
right at the start.
Of the football season. Yeah. So, it was something that in the back of my mind, I said, hey, I wanna broadcast the Ram football one day, and through the hard work and the year of even through the Rona, we will still be here, not at the station, but through Zoom.
Right.
We would still do the huddle. So we persevered, and the big man upstairs helped us out, and everything went good with administration at SFDR, también the high school, where we're now one of the
we'll be the first ones broadcasting it on Friday. I'd rather be first.
Yeah.
You give me the spotlight. We shine, right, Daniel?
Yes, sir.
We shine. All right. That's enough of like I said that, but who won? Somebody won the NBA Finals. I'll just leave it at that. Daniel, I'm gonna let you take off with this one. Daniel, what'd you think?
What was your prediction again?
What was my prediction?
Oh, you had the Heat.
Yes.
They got close, man. I mean, they put up a fight, but ultimately the Lakers prevailed, and I don't think it could have been any other way, man. I mean, LeBron had to come and win it in the bubble.
Yeah.
I thought either or LA team had to win this year, especially after all the Kobe stuff and the tragedy that happened with him and his daughter. You know, represent the city, and now it was a good win. It was a good win. They played well. The Miami Heat put up a fight for 2 games. They didn't do too well the last game or the first game, but you know, Jimmy Butler can't do it all. He needs help. He played a lot of minutes. You could tell he was tired at the end.
No, he was, dude.
Yeah, you could tell he was worn out, man. He played a lot of minutes, so I like the way he played. Hero will get better. He's young. Robinson will get better. He's young. They got a good young team over there, so we'll see if they add some pieces next year and try to contend again for that championship. But yeah, the Lakers are just too big, man. Too big, and when you get Anthony Davis going, and you get Rondo doing the little things that he does, you know, the little knickknacks that no one wants to do, and LeBron's gonna do his thing. So props up to the Lakers. They're the new champs this year.
They hosted the trophy with a little piece of toilet paper and an asterisk on there. I say because, before we get George's opinion,
okay,
do you think this is a rightful NBA championship?
Yes.
Rightful,
Yes.
straight up, not compared to previous years or years going forward. Si Dios quiere on this.
Yeah,
Do you say it's anything less or more?
I think
or the same?
I think it was the same.
The same.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I think it might be the challenge would have been just because of the way that they were isolated, you could say, because of this thing going on. But as far as the competition or
the West on the Western Conference.
I'm not trying to say that. I'm trying to say just the
basketball
overall
in general.
quality of basketball.
Yeah.
It was good basketball on the ball.
It was good, but I mean,
good basketball.
give it to them. Yeah, it was.
So, and I think that had a lot to do with no home court. It was just straight ball. Everybody was there, so it was like that was your home court right there. So everybody just came out and hooped. I thought it was good basketball. I mean, there's going to be an asterisk as far as the way they had to do it because of all this that's going on. But I don't think it took away from the quality of basketball.
The quality of basketball.
I don't think so. That's my personal opinion, though.
George, chime in on this. What do you think? The Lakers, finally. Por tanto, what do you think about the Lakers winning the ship of the Rona 2020 NBA championship? What do you think?
Well, you know what? I think it had maybe to start when they built up this team with LeBron James. They brought in a lot of players, and I knew when they brought a lot of these players, good players, I knew they were going to win the NBA championship no matter what. I mean, Stephon Curry had their three-peat, whatever they had, and then, you know what? It's somebody else's turn, and I guess LeBron James, you know, with the Kobe incident and everything, I think that had to do a little bit, but maybe not. But I think LeBron James wanted to win one for Kobe.
Win one for Kobe.
Yeah.
You think that was the more or less the driving point of the Lakers?
Yeah, to pick up to pick up their spirits. You know.
What was that?
I think that's what it was. But you know, because they brought in a lot of players that.
Come on, they got. I mean, okay, they had a very good. We'll start. You know, you got AD, let alone you got Space Jam, and you got then you got a little.
Space Jam. He's Space Jam.
No, I'm just saying because I knew he was going to get mad.
Get out of here, man.
Okay, Space Jam version 2. Then they got that veteran in Rondo. Then I mean, give it or not, dude. Yes or no? Did Caruso and we'll go back with Daniel. Caruso step up to the plate, dude. He really did.
Yeah.
He played well at times. He got a little lost, I think, in this series.
Yeah.
Defensively, I don't think he missed his assignment at times here and there.
Yeah.
But he played well for him. He played well, I thought, early, like in that last 8 games that they did before the playoffs for the Lakers, because a lot of those guys were kind of like taking a cruise control, and he was like going 120 miles an hour. So, I mean, that's the way you got to play all the time, I feel. But
Our co-host Mike couldn't make it today. He goes chiming in on the comment side, saying Miami Heat have a great future coming. George, what do you think? Then we'll go back to Space Jam version 3. What do you think, George?
I think Miami's rebuilding. They just gonna get a couple of players, and I think they might be there.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a huge Spurs fan, but
who isn't? I mean, we're in Texas.
Yeah,
this is Spurs country.
I think Miami's like one piece away from being a solid championship team. That piece, I don't know.
I think
where
they
it's
needed.
gonna come from.
Okay, they do have a great veteran, dude, in Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
but
he's
they
a good
need
veteran.
another good veteran.
That's what I'm saying. They have one piece.
One piece, another
one
good
piece, something. I think maybe because Bam's good, but he's young. You know, maybe someone to help him out or someone to help
Hero
Jimmy out.
too. Hero.
He's good, but they're young.
They're very young.
And he's a specialist. He specializes in. He's a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he opens up his game to do more, that's what they're going to be used for. So they need someone else to come in and fill the gaps. I don't know. We'll see.
It's I would say I give it to them. I hands down, it was good action. I mean, the drama started early. Remember, they had to have that little runoff, or it was like a little quick for the 8 seed. Was it? Remember?
Yeah. For the 8 seed.
For the 8 seed.
That was awesome.
That was great.
Yeah.
I think they need to do that going forward.
Yeah, where they had to play for that last spot. Because they didn't get a chance to fulfill the whole season. Yeah.
Now, would you agree to something like that again?
If it came down to it, yeah, I liked it. When it was like a tie for that last 8 spot, one game, do or die. Yeah, hell yeah.
It was great. I mean, like I told you at first,
I think
then the Spurs went out. Then I was major.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're just strictly a Spurs fan, or strictly just watch one team, well then you might not like. But if you're a basketball fan, you like watching the game.
Yeah,
it's good basketball.
It was good basketball,
and I think a lot of players played more quality ball than they would if they were in a regular setting. I don't know. That's just my thought. There's more players that just like Jamal Murray going off 3 games in a row for 3 series.
Yeah,
like
that a comeback of 3-1 on that one team 3 times.
2 times.
Sorry, 2 times.
That doesn't happen, man.
In the regular season, it doesn't.
You know what I mean? Like Dame early on, Dollar Dame before that dude for 8 games he was just
balling.
Yeah, so I mean I thought it was good basketball. If you're a basketball enthusiast, I don't see how you can see it any other way. That's my personal opinion though. But going back to LeBron, I respect
Space Jam, right?
I respect no Space Jam. I respect his greatness. I don't know why he's always have to be compared
to Michael.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't understand it.
I don't see that.
I understand why they do it. I just don't understand why it has to be done all the time. Like, just give him his props and that's it.
That's it. He has not done what he has done to the basketball community in general.
Just
to
the basketball, league. The game.
The game.
Let's just talk about the game.
Yeah, the game. Not just NBA here in the United States. Worldwide, dude.
Yeah.
FIBA. All those the Euro League.
Yeah.
Everything else. He changed all that. Now LeBron, dude, I don't. You know what? He's a good player.
No, yeah, he's great. I like him. I mean, I like him as a ball because he does a lot of stuff, but he's just not Jordan.
No,
he's not Jordan.
No.
And you can come. I mean, everybody has their own personal opinion. I grew up watching Michael. Some kids grew up watching Kobe. There's kids that grew up watching LeBron. My son loves Steph Curry. And so everybody's gonna have their own little decade of player. But
yeah.
When it comes down to the impact that he had on the game, the style of game he brought to the NBA, you can't compare that.
Yeah,
that's me, But and then even just Nick Wright the other day, I was like, that dude's garbage, man. I don't like hearing that dude talk, man. He started talking all this stuff about. I was like, get out of here, talking all this stuff about Jordan. I'm like, let's bring up LeBron's faults. 2011 choke against the Mavericks.
Or when they brought out that goat dressed in a king.
Joining another all-star team.
Yeah, joining another all-star.
And when you're the number one player in the world.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
stay
Like,
with the Cavs.
Come on, man. Like, all those things have to be taken into consideration. Even then, the era of basketball that he plays in is not the 80s basketball.
No, King Flop?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Come on now.
No. And
So-
I think I was talking, I was doing a live remote with a candidate earlier in the morning. I brought the Detroit Pistons of that time.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you tell
Dude,
me.
Those guys would be, like, in jail right now for playing the way they
doing,
used to
they
play.
would have gotten flagrant twos. I mean,
Suspended for the season, all kind. I mean, it's just different. It's different, and you know, people compare. Okay, whatever. I mean, if LeBron's your dude, he's your dude, but he's not better than Jordan.
yeah, how many?
what I mean?
Okay, who was it? I don't know if you could help us here out there. There was somebody that flopped, and I'm gonna try to pull up that video. And I tell myself, in an NBA Finals, compared to the finals that we're used to, I mean, I'm talking like what we're talking about, the Spurs going to Jordan, you know, with those type of finals. You know, you see a dude that just do this, a second later, he's like,
Caldwell Pope did it.
yeah. Is that the one that did it?
He did it one time. Crowder did it one time with LeBron on him.
Yeah.
LeBron did it one time. Hero did it one time.
Hero did it one time.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, everybody does it.
I mean,
and I can't say nothing because my Spur, all-time Spur, my favorite player, Ginobili used to do it all the time. You know what I mean? But
Ginobili.
yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, man. I think I give props up to LeBron. He played great. He did what he had to do. He came into the bubble. A lot of times the thing that's hard is in that setting. That's where the discipline comes into. You know what I mean? The discipline, the mindset, all that. When you do that normally already, it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Because LeBron does that regardless. He's already in that discipline mode, and a lot of players aren't used to that. So now they have to adapt to that. LeBron didn't have to adapt to that. It's just like Mayweather in a situation where everybody has to make weight to fight him. He doesn't have to make weight. He's at that weight all the time.
All the time.
He's ready
yeah.
all the time.
He's ready.
So
all the
there's a
time.
difference, you know, and that's what helps LeBron. I think that's my thing. He's always disciplined himself, the way he eats, the way he treats his body. So that bubble, that was a vacation for him.
Oh yeah, dude.
I mean that was a perfect setting for LeBron because he's used to that. He does that in normal life.
Yeah.
So it worked to his advantage. He did what he had to do.
Now, George, what do you think? I mean, and I know you already were shaking your head when we were talking about when we started this whole thing. Do you think at least, and I'll give him this, do you think this puts him around to the part of where Kobe's at? Where if we respect Kobe, would you put LeBron on there?
No, I'll keep LeBron maybe at number 3. I mean, Jordan's still number 1. Kobe's 2, and I think LeBron's there at 3.
3. That's in your rank of order there.
Yeah.
What would it take for LeBron to jump to that number 2 spot for you?
Well, you can't erase all the finals losses. So I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
That's one thing.
What would it take for LeBron? What does LeBron have to do to make George make his decision to up him to spot 2? What does he have to do?
That's George. I don't know.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think he would have to go win some Olympic gold.
Olympic gold. He has
2, right?
2.
But the gold, he has bronze, right?
Oh, he had 1 bronze. That's right.
He did not have a bronze.
But then he came
when
back.
it was that little foo-foo team they put together, right?
He came back with Kobe, and they brought back home the gold.
They brought back that's what I'm saying. So, okay, so
I don't know, man. He would have to win maybe 2
gold medals.
2 gold medals more.
What about another? And okay, so what about if he don't go? Because now they can opt out to not go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about if he opts out just to keep his health and not get hurt, and wins another championship? Would you throw him in there, or no? He'll still be at 3.
As long as he wins 3 more NBA championships with the Lakers.
Then maybe.
Yeah, LeBron, before you even consider putting him next to or right next to or above Jordan, you have to get in the slam dunk contest and hit it from the free throw line. It has to look just as gracious.
Yeah.
That's what it would take for Daniel to put you above Jordan or to the number 2 past. Okay, so go with your top 3. What is Daniel's top 3 NBA players?
All-time basketball players?
All time, right now.
Dude, I can't even because...
You got to.
Well, MJ's number 1.
Okay.
Kobe's right there because
Exactly. So at 2. So who would be at 3? I know you think about it as you drive your little 64 earlier today.
LeBron's there. I think for me, he's there as one. No, it would have to be 5 for me. 5, because you have to throw in Larry Bird in there, man. No one gives Larry Bird any credit, man.
Oh yeah, you know what?
No one gives Larry Bird any credit, dude. That dude's a winner, bro. That dude's a winner, man.
I would go my top 3.
I'm not saying he's better than LeBron.
Okay,
I'm not saying
not
that.
bad, okay.
I'm just saying you have to, put those dudes up there. But LeBron's there.
Because
LeBron's
you know what?
Top 3, top 5 for sure.
Magic
Johnson.
In defense of all them, they played a much tougher NBA style of game than what LeBron has played.
When you start talking about like Kareem and Dr. J and Bill, that's before my time. I know about them. I've seen highlights.
But
from where I started, mid 80s, 80, 45 as a kid, and then really looking at the game in 88, 87, 88. I mean, that was like a Warriors game back then, dude.
Man, it was.
Not the Golden State Warriors, a Warriors like literally. Yeah. I mean, you have to be a Warrior to be out there playing. So, but he's up there. I'm not saying he's not.
Okay,
but
let's refresh Del Rio. And Daniel's top 3 is MJ. Because he has embroidered
not solidified. Not solidified.
You got to select it right now, just like George said his top 3.
I would take.
Number 1 has to be MJ.
Jordan.
Exactly. You got his number embroidered on your
number
seats.
2.
Kobe at 2.
And it'd be hard because I'd put LeBron there. If it was have to be all time, I'd put him there at number 3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Yeah. Because all those dudes for me.
Okay, so then who's the 4 if you're flip-flopping between 3 and 4? Ooh, I called you flip-flop.
I'm a Shaq dude, man. I'm a
Shaq dude.
I'm a Shaq dude, so I feel like he's the most dominant big man that the game has ever seen. And when he was at his prime, no one could stop him. So for me, Shaq would be there too. And that it's a different position.
Yeah.
So he's not going to do as much as these guys did, as far as handling the ball. But the dominance of the game, Shaq, no one's ever dominated the post like he did. They had to change the rules of the game for that man. So,
yeah, here you go. You ready for my top 3?
It's hard, but he's there.
My top 3, obviously, 1 is going with MJ, 2 is going with Kobe.
Okay.
3, I don't know why, dude. I just liked how he was. I saw what he taught.
You're a Spurs fan, so you're gonna put Tim Duncan in there.
No, the Admiral.
Oh, the Admiral.
Admiral.
Dave Robinson?
Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy, man. Get out of here.
I just liked what he did. Look what he did with Tim Duncan, dude. Coach him to where he wants.
I thought you were going to say Tim Duncan.
Okay, you know what? I'll reverse it. I'll say Tim Duncan and the Admiral right at 4. Both those 2 right there.
I would take Tim Duncan. I've never been a big Tim Duncan like in that setting. How you're saying, like I thought he was very good at his position, and he's one of the greatest Spurs, I think.
Oh yeah, but
I've never put him that like the greatest of all time because like I don't think he could do anything against Shaq.
Ooh. Tim Duncan?
Yeah. But then Shaq had a hard time guarding him at sometimes too.
Yeah, he
outside,
did.
So you could go back and forth,
Speed against size,
So there's a lot of things, variables there. Mm-hmm. But I understand what you're coming from. Like, yeah, you gotta.
That's what I.
Then you if you're gonna talk big men, you gotta throw in Hakeem, the Dream.
Oh yeah, you got to. Tomahawk.
If you're gonna talk to Admiral, look what Hakeem did to him on the post. Like, come on, man.
Oh man, some great NBA talk. Obviously, I don't think we'll be able to touch our Dak Prescott. I think that everybody know. I don't want to talk about it too much. It seems like Daniel's going to be wearing the crop top jersey that's going to be donated by Academy Sports and Outdoors, which we cannot wait. Yeah.
Crop top.
It's a little Ezekiel Elliott crop top that we got you. That was the bet. It's on there, okay? So definitely make sure you definitely stay tuned for that. Also, Del Rio, remember, catch all your Del Rio Ram football here with us, 1490 tomorrow. One of the insider tips that they did tell me, at Buffalo Wings and Rings, they will be showing the game there on all the TVs. All the TVs will have Ram football there from our YouTube channel. So definitely stay tuned for that, Del Rio. We'll be here. We'll be there anxiously waiting. It's been too long, dude.
Game time is at 7?
7, yes. Pre-game, hopefully 6:30. Get a little great interviews there. Myself and my brother in Christ there, Michael Andrade. We'll be over there in San Antonio. Definitely we'll be trying to take all our precautions we can to give you guys the best quality game. George, thank you very much for helping us on the huddle today.
Sure, thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Hey, just
Thanks,
give him a few more, and then you'll get a little bit more comfortable.
Oh,
He
yeah.
don't bite, okay? he sí se enoja.
Oh, get out of here, man. I get mad.
That's what he says. And then some days I go home after a haircut from him, and I see like, what happened there? I'm like, se desquitó. No se crea. Where can we get faded at this weekend out here, Daniel?
Come by 204 Susie Street, Daniel's Barbershop. We're back to our regular hours, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Wednesday, 2 to 7. Call us at 313-7013 for any questions or any information you need to know. Come by and see us. We'll be there tomorrow.
Nice, definitely, guys. Remember, check us out tomorrow. Ram Football. I'd like to thank all the athletic department, also Coach, for giving us our first memorabilia item on the show. Martin, where's Martin?
Hombre, Martín se agüitó.
So Martin se agüitó. There you go. The official call out there, Martin. Let's start a collection, guys. Have a great day. Remember, try to do something good for somebody today. Did you vote already?
Not yet.
Did you vote?
Not yet. Sunday.
Did you vote?
Más triste, yes.
Okay. Calling
Más
us out,
triste.
man. Did you do it?
Oh, yeah, más triste. You know what? They're opening Sundays for voting. Okay?
I was
So
actually going to go today. I didn't have time, but yeah.
No, because you got busy.
Yeah.
You got busy. All right, guys. You guys have a great one.
Be safe, though.
Be safe. Like I said, remember.